Hi guys, thanks for joining me today for the last video of my week in a life process series. So this is the 5th video, so the last video of this series, and the first 4 videos I have showed you how I have created these pages. So for some of you who haven't seen the first 4 videos, I will put the link down below in the description, so you might be interested in looking at how I should create these individual days. And also another thing to note is that this is going to be my last video for the next little while. And the reason for that is I am going on holiday. So I'll be away for 2 weeks and I'll be back probably the Saturday the 13th of August. And so I'll start my next post probably Monday the 15th of August. So look out for that, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do, so that YouTube will let you know when my next video comes out. And before I actually open this album up, another thing I want to say is that I just want to thank you guys for joining me in this adventure. For people who, being a long-time subscriber to, new subscribers, I just want to say thank you for joining me in this adventure. I really appreciate being able to show you what I do and what I love, and also being able to exchange and communicate with many of you throughout this process, and it's been a really fun experience. I think at the moment I got like 800 subscribers, and when I get to 1,000 I'll be doing a big blowout, so marathon, a bunch of videos and all those things, so look out for that. And without further ado, I'll open this album up. So another thing to note is that I'm actually using the Week in a Life kit from Edwards. Most of the products in here are from her kit, and including this stamp set as well. And I've also purchased separately these 3 other stamp sets from her website. So it's called Days of the Week, Today, and The Story, and I've used them throughout this album. And the last thing I did also is I bought this dies, so craft dies. It's called Days of the Week, where you can cut out the days. And also additionally, for pattern paper, I've also used the Hip Kit Club's, I think the March and the May scrapbook kits as well. Now I've done for the spine, I've added the stamp from the Week in the Life stamp set, and then also the dates there. So I just cut out a piece of cardstock and then just stamp, and then stamp the dates there as well, using my VersaFine black ink. And to hold the album together, as you can see, it's relatively thick, as I've used this ribbon which came from Making Memories, and it's called Just Chilling. So that's just from that set there. It's really old, so I'm not sure whether it's still available, but yeah, just in case you're interested in getting some of these. So that's where I got the ribbon from. Okay, let's get started. So I follow very similar pattern throughout this album. So we'll start with a 6x8. Actually, let's have a look at this one first. So I started this album just talking about the intention, so what I wanted to get out of this album. I took a photo of the teacup, and then I punch out a kind of 2-inch circle using these currently Core Kit from Project Live, and also I added this piece of kind of circle here, which is from one of the bags, the packaging that came in the kit, and then also these hearts here. So for every day, so I'll start with a 6x8, as you can see here, and I'll add some embellishments. And this, I also add this was Monday and the day here, and the actual this was Monday here is actually a digital file, which is from Edwards website. I think you get 7 days, and that was $5, so it's pretty good value. for some of you who kind of want to save some time and not having to do that yourself. So I start 6x8, and then I use this kind of the divider which came in the kit, and then I add this piece of chipboard number 1 using my glossy accent, and then I'll go with these 4, I guess, pocket page. So this 3x4, so there's 4 of them. I also added this piece of chipboard as well. And then at the back of that chipboard, I punch out a 1.5 inch circle using the pattern paper, which is from, I believe, the March Scrapbook kit from the Hip Kit Club. And I add this acrylic plastic card here, which is from the Week in the Life kit. 3x4 journaling card from the Week in the Life kit as well, and also a stamp set, which is from the Week in the Life kit. And then I also added some extra journaling, or some journaling here first, which is in the, I did this on my computer using Photoshop, and the dimension of this thing is 3 inches by 8 inches, and the page protector itself is actually from the WITL website, and then the piece of chipboard, which is from the kit as well. And I added this piece of pattern paper, which I think is from the March Scrapbook kit, and I changed that for every day of the week, so that is something that I swap around, in similarly to this kind of 1.5 inch circle as well. Now for the back, I added, I guess, my schedule of Monday, and you know, when I woke up, when I had lunch, what I had for lunch, etc. Just very detailed, well actually very systematic, but not, you know, a lot of detail, just, you know, kind of small tidbits of stuff. And then I also added a strip of pattern paper here, and this pattern paper I'll be using for the rest of the week as well, where and that would be at the bottom of all the schedule pages. And that's, I guess, that's how I keep it more consistent. So I keep this, and also for the last page I'll also be using that pattern paper as well. And the next thing I've got is the 2 pocket page, so the 4x6, so you get 2 of them. I added 2 photos, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and then I added the time using the washi tape that came in the kit. Similarly, at the back, just more photos. I added the stamp, which is from the Days of the Week set, and then, you know, some stickers there as well. And for the last page for Monday, once again, it has a 6x8. I add some journaling down here, and then the acetate piece M, which came in a kit. I also did some stamping using my Stays On black ink, as well as one of these stamp sets as well, which I think is from today. Yeah, cool. And the way I attach these is I just staple this piece down. If it's not great using glossy accent, you can actually see through, see the glue behind it, so that's why I staple them down. Sometimes, some of the days I will actually use the brads, some of the days I'll just use something to, you know, a stick on top of it or something like that to hide the glue, which you will see in a moment. So Tuesday, exactly the same pattern, start with 6x8, some kind of embellishment there, page divider, added some stamping, and I wrote directly onto the photo there using my Sharpie black pen. And this piece of chipboard, which I think is from the Liz Street Documenter kit from Street Calico, so it's an older Documenter kit, but any piece of chipboard there will be fine there too. Okay, added some, I guess, word phrase stickers, and then this wooden star here, and similarly some chipboard word phrase stickers, and then did some journaling there. And then 1.5 inch circle here, punched out. I think that one is from the May Scrapbook kit from the Hip Kit Club, and then added this piece of cork sticker thing, which is from the March Scrapbook kit from the Hip Kit Club. I cut up a piece of 3x4 journaling card and added that down here using just some foam dots there. Another piece of pattern paper, and some journaling there, and then schedule here. And the last page for Tuesday, once again I added some journaling and also this acetate piece here, and I stapled that down and some stamping there. For Wednesday, I didn't add any embellishment here, kept it simple. And then for the 4x6 photos, I added the craft die. So I used the craft die to cut up this Wednesday using the pattern paper from the Hip Kit Club, and then I heat embossed this wooden piece, this camera piece there, and using the white embossing powder from American Crafts. And then I punch out a circle, I think that's one inch circle, using the core kit, the currently core kit, and then stamp directly on top of it using the one of the stamps in the Week in the Life stamp set. And then I punch out a circle here, added some journaling here, and that one is actually from the 3x4 journaling card, pattern paper. Once again, the same pattern paper as the Monday and Tuesday. Chipboard here, chipboard there, and also word phrase stick here, and also a cork here from, I think that's from a documenter kit from Studio Calico. This piece of chipboard is actually from the AM/PM story kit. It's an old kit. I got it on sale a couple months ago, so any piece of chipboard there will be cool, and I just wrote some journaling up there. Now for Wednesday, I added my acetate piece on the top of the journaling rather than on the side, just mainly because I think there's more interesting stuff down here, and also added this piece of chipboard down here as well, which is from the craft story kit. Thursday, added this embellishment piece here from the Wild story kit, and for this first 3x4 spot here, I've actually used a bunch of speech bubbles that are from the Read story kit, and then I've used a 3x4 journaling card from the currently core kit, and I just kind of scattered the the speech bubbles there. And yeah. Oh, that moved a little bit. Okay. Alright. Let me put it back. Cool. Alright, so I had that rubber piece there, and then I did my journaling down there. And that rubber piece is from the Week in the Life kit as well. And I did add some wooden star there, and did some journaling down here. Some more, I guess, journaling, and then the schedule down here. And then another piece of rubber, the currently rubber piece, which is from the Week in the Life kit. With this one, I saved this menu that's from the cafe we went to. I sprayed it with the acid-free spray from Krylon, and then I added this piece of chipboard there, which came in the Week in the Life kit. Similarly, as previously, I added word phrase sticker here, and then a star there. Now for Thursday, I added this piece of acetate piece using this brad here, which is from the Magic Story Kit, from Aliwood's Magic Story Kit, and also this rubber piece. And as you can see, the rest is actually not glued down, so I actually the T itself is stuck down because of this brad, and also I added some glue just underneath where the love goes. So there's big glue here and bit of glue there, and that's all good. Friday, another wooden star here. I added a bunch of word phrase stickers and then did some journaling underneath there. Word phrase stickers here, didn't do any journaling, just kept it simple. Friday, journaling and the schedule at the back. Then for this one I added, so that was my dinner. I added this word phrase sticker and then also kind of story about that dinner, you know, what I ate, etc. just around the bowls. And then I've got this photo of my screenshot, and then I add this kind of speech bubble here, which is from, I think it's from Studio Calico. Yeah. A bunch of word phrase stickers here, and then last page Friday, and I add this brad, which is from the Believe Story Kit, I think. Now the next one, Saturday, I added this piece of chipboard here. And then I added this piece, that stamp, which is from the story stamp set. Just said weekend stories, did some journaling there, and word phrase sticker and some journaling underneath that as well. And then I cut out this kind of circle here, which is from one of the 3x4 journaling cards. It's from the kit, and added some journaling there, and a piece of rubber word here which says remember. And for this one, this piece of journaling card is actually from the kit, but I also added this, I stamp that speech bubble there, which is from the Believe story kit. I really like this speech bubble here. It's so cool. It's really cool and versatile way of, well, versatile stamp, and it's a really cool way of adding a prompt onto your, I guess, 3x4 journaling card there. And so I added our story there, stamp there as well, which I think is from the actual kit itself, Week in the Life kit itself. And at the back, I did some word phrase stickers here, and then did some journaling down here. Also, I stamped this Saturday was, and then added word phrase sticker that says fantastic. And Saturday was stamp is actually from the Today stamp set, which is from the Allywood's website as well. And I stamped that with the Stays On black ink. And I punched out this circle here, which is 1.5 inches, and that is from the one of the 3x4 journaling cards. And also this chipboard is actually from, I think, the Liz Street documentary kit from Studio Calico. Now Saturday, the last page of Saturday, I added this piece of this S here, and the way I adhere this down is I just use a glue underneath this where stories piece here goes, just underneath there. Sunday, so I added this piece of chipboard, which is from the Wild Story kit, and that's a photo of my chooks and my partner feeding the chooks. And then Sunday was once again from the Today story, it's not story stamp, the stamp set, and then I added this word phrase stick which says sleep in, and that is from the Tough story kit. And a photo of us in the car, and I added this rubber piece which is from Maggie Holmes', I think, the Shine collection, and then this acrylic heart there, word phrase sticker, and then some journaling there. And as you can see, like, I don't actually add that much journaling itself onto the photos, onto different photos, just mainly because I guess the bulk of my journaling goes either in this 3x8 kind of journaling spot or in the last photo here. I added some word phrase sticker here, and then some journaling there, stamp an image here which is from the Week in the Life kit itself, and Sunday is some pattern paper down here from the Hip Kit Club, and that rubber piece here is from the Craft story kit. Now for the last page for Sunday, I've added these two brads using and these two brads are actually from Stampin' Up, but any brads in your stash would be fine too. And so the way I cut the hole, I guess, in these, I've used the Martha Stewart Anywhere eyelet tool, which has been working really well for me. So last page is I've used the pattern paper, which I've used in, at the back on the schedule page. So the various schedule page which I've got down that one as well. And so the reason I did that is mainly because I want to kind of see, I want to get more consistency across the different pages. And so I've included this, and I also added this piece of chipboard which is from the Week in the Life kit as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video series. You've got, I think there's 5 videos in total, and if you enjoyed these videos, I hope you give it a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed it. And next time when I do my Week in the Life, I will, I guess, post my process And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so, just so that YouTube can let you know when my next video comes out. As I said before, I'll be on holiday for the next 2 weeks, so I won't be posting anything for the next 2 weeks. But when I get back, I'll be posting many more photos, and I'm probably going to be doing a travel album as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video, as I said before, and I hope you get what you need out of it, what you want out of it. And I really like this album. So, you know, this is the first time I actually finished this album, so it's an effort, but also I think it's really worth it. Alright, have a wonderful day, guys. Bye!